Hello, good afternoon everybody. Thank you for coming to join me. I'm just trying to do a few videos getting ahead of myself. So when you see this, I'll actually be away on holiday, so there may be a delay in me replying to any questions that you ask, but so please bear with me. I'm carrying on today with Rachel's weekly challenge. The first one in this series that I did was these these pockets that she made with the I've used tracing paper and the checks that she did, and I decorated those, and I showed you those in a previous video. So I did those, and I can't remember which week we're up to. I think this is something like 29 or 30, but I will check. And these ones, the next ones that she did in the same principle using the checks, was to make them into a little booklet. So again, folded in three, but this time laid on the side, and some papers inside them. This one, I folded them different ways just because it looked better than that way. That way it looked upside down when I did it. So this one lays that way. I've decorated the back, some mushrooms, a label there and a stamp. And then I've put a label on just there. And then this one opens that way. Same principle, it's just got some papers in there, different ranges of papers, so you know you can use them in the journals or wherever you want, really. Quite good to put in a bag, I guess. My idea is that these would be free floating, so they wouldn't be stuck into a journal, but they'd be tucked into a pocket, maybe at the front of the journal. So I thought I'd make a couple of these with you. What I intend doing on these before I put the pages in is I will stitch all the way around it. And the way that I've made these is I've stuck two pieces of paper together, because this that I've got is only, I print on 80 GSM, I think it is. Yeah, that goes that way. Sorry, I've confused myself then. I have confused myself because that goes that way, doesn't it? Silly me. Yeah, because then it will be stitched in here, or sewn or stapled if you've got a long arm stapler. So I only have 80 GSM paper. So I've stuck two pages together, and what I've done, trying to get ahead of myself, is I've had a look at what papers I've got printed off. And say for this one, for example, let me move these out way. These are just some papers of Rachel's. And I've just got a range of different papers that I'm going to use to do some projects with, just to try and get down on the papers that I've got. I often print out more than I use when I'm doing a project, and then they get put away. So I've took some out to have a go with. So what I've done, I think this was her French Chateau kit, and I've backed it with one of her end papers, so like the wallpapers that she has. So again, I've just glued these two together. I'm going to get rid of the edge on these. One of them looks as if it copied edge to edge, and then the other one didn't. So I'm just going to get rid of those white bits, and then we'll have a go at making one of those little notebooks. And as I say, they can be tucked in a pocket or whatever you like. So I don't know if any others of you are having a go at Rachel's challenges. I haven't done them all. And I guess that's sometimes it's been down to what I feel that I've got that I can use, and what the projects I've had at the same time. Now, as I said, for these ones that I've done before, I used Lorna from Tailor Made Journals. I used her French checks, which was similar to what Rachel was using. Rachel had the proper thing. But I thought I'd do the same thing using digital printouts. So that's what I'm going to do. So using this one, I quite like the top of it, but I think both of these would make a nice one. So I'm just going to have a look at how wide this is. So that's just short, just shy of 8 inches. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out. So if I do it at 4 inches, one's going to be the right size. One's going to be 4 inches and one's going to be slightly less, isn't it? That's okay by me. So I will get two of the pockets out of the little notebooks out of this. And then I'm just going to look at how I best want. So this is just A4 paper that I've stuck back to back. Sorry, I think I did say that. Now I want to get all of that on the front of it. So I think I'm going to fold that one there. And then I'm going to take that white piece off there. Oops, just because that's what I want to do, no other particular reason. I just want to make that flap to be that little bit smaller. And I've just had a little accident at the side of me. Lots of things have just collapsed. So I'm going to put that, I am going to fold it over. Over there. And then if it isn't edge to edge, I'm just going to neaten that bit off just so that it's as is. Take that bit off there. That's that. So that will open and it will have some papers in here. So I like that. I like that it's got that on there. And I will put a, I think I'll put a hole and a grommet in these. A grommet, I don't know what you call them. That you use with the crocodiles. Yeah, I've got a crocodile in my room. The crocodile, and put a hole in there. I've kind of got ahead with myself and made a couple of Rachel's other pocket. I don't know what she calls them. Sorry, Rachel. But this was one that she did where you've got the, oh gosh, the glue stuck. So where you've got the pocket, the concertina pocket. So I've made a couple of those as well. So that's the bit that I'm talking about. One of those things there. But you don't have to. You know, you could just tie some ribbon around it however you want to put the closure on. So that's one. And then this one, I think we'll make another one. It's just kind of deciding, oh, that's going to be upside down, you see. If I do it that way, that pattern's upside down. So this one will fold this way, and that will be the, or it could go that way, and that will be, I quite like having that vase on show, actually. That I don't suppose it is a vase of flowers. I'm not sure what it is, actually. I'm going to call it a vase of flowers. That is going to be the overlap. I'm just going to take that white bit off there. See what I'm doing. I hope the lighting's okay. I'm having trouble with my ring light. It didn't want to work when I switched it on today, so I've just got the daylight coming through the window, so I hope it is okay for you. I'm going to fold that down there, and then that's going to have that. Do I want it a bit more? I think I do. I think I do want to see as much of that as I can. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll just neaten that up. Sometimes my cutting isn't perfect when I cut two pieces of paper in half. But that's okay. We can level it up, can't we? It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So that's going to be two. So these are going to open in opposite directions, the same as the other one. Decoration wise, I don't know that I want to put anything on there. I might put a bird or something. I've been sorting out my fussy cuts, and I've got some small, do you know, I really rather like that bird on there. I didn't particularly want to cover that scene up, but I do like him on there, or her, whichever it is. I do like that, and I might want some sort of label behind him. Do you know, I'm just going to keep that simple and do that. I like that. I'm determined that I'm not going to faff too much, because I think that's where we spend so, well, I know I do, certainly I do. I spend so much time literally faffing around trying to think what looks best. And I think sometimes just those quick decisions It might go on there a bit higher up. Push it a little bit higher up. I can't quite see if it's straight. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to put the bird on there. Get rid of my paper. And I know we've said it before, it's I think when you're doing collage and you're trying to decorate things, it really is down to personal choice, isn't it? I've just had a bit of a catastrophe with my bird. I don't know if I dare show you. I'm not going to show you. He's beheaded. His head's just come off. So don't look. Don't look. Right. I'm going to... Oh, this is on stiffer paper. I think I photocopied or printed out, sorry, some of these birds on thin paper. And my glue stick feels quite hard today, and I'm afraid to say that the glue stick took that bird's head off, which wasn't very nice of it, was it? I really like that. I do really like that. Okay, so I've got him on there. My birds of an owl collapsed. Do I want anything on the back? I might do. Should we put the birds away? I have some plants somewhere. I don't know if plants that I've got though, whether they'd show up very well. I don't mind that actually. I don't mind that one on there. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what I would like to put with it. What do you think? I don't want to cover too much of that up, but I do quite like that. And I don't mind that either. And I'm thinking maybe a little butterfly. Am I going overboard on it? There's me saying I'm going to try and make snap decisions, and I'm now faffing about a bit, don't I? But I think I'm just going to do that. I like that. Okay, what do you think? Good choice or not? Just put a little bit of inking on that bird. Bird? It is not a bird, it is a butterfly. I'll put the numbers on first, I think. I'm going to leave myself room because I am going to stitch around there. I'll put that one on as well. Have any of you made any of these yourselves? What did you use to make them out of? I think sometimes I feel that I have difficulty kind of looking outside the box. If I see somebody make something, in my head, I have to use what they use. So like Rachel used her checks and invoices, and I feel that's what you've got to make them out of. And it isn't, you know, you can use whatever papers that you want to, which is why I'm pushing myself to make these out of digital papers. But you could use book pages if you've got some pretty book pages. I like that. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on there yet. I'm just going to leave that to dry while I think about it. Okay, so this one could have a little bit more decoration on. Do I want to stick with birds? I think that one blends in. Does it blend in a little bit? Not sure. I think these are Rachel's. They do have... I actually do quite like that one, and I think it picks out, these colours that he's got do pick things out, and I could put him just peeping out from behind there, but it might need something I think he might need to sit on something. Not a flower. Got some labels. Woodland, leaf, nature. I'm thinking maybe I want a blue label. Stem. Stem is, I don't want to put stem on it. Field notebook. Oh, I quite like that. Yep, I'll go with that. Oh, my glue's run out. Let me just get another glue. That was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? I thought it was a new stick that I'd got and it wasn't. It is now. Stick that on there. Oh, my glue's, at the moment, you know, it's so squishy. Terribly squishy. When I get back from my holidays, I've almost finished, well, I've finished the two soft cover journals that I was making, the sewing ones. So when I come back, I've just got to finish off the hardcover one, and then I'll get them sorted out. And then my plan is to make a journal using Rachel's papers. I love her garden, English garden ones. I like that. And I've been making all sorts of ephemera on Rachel's challenges. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a journal with the ephemera that I've made. I'm not going to make any extras. I'm just going to go with what I've got. I like that. And I guess, you know, you could do these so that they go into a journal. Obviously not with a bird that way. Do I want to put anything on the back? I'm going to sneeze in a minute, folks. Excuse me. Something's tickling my nose. I've got, these are Artie Mazer's not tagology. What did you, fabrication, tag fabrication. I quite like that butterfly on there. Again, I think the colours pick out. That was a lucky find, wasn't it? Yeah, so these are from, I think, oopsie daisy, I think it was Artie Mays and Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals, that did a tag fabrication set where you can mix and match different cutouts and different label tags and things. I like that. I'm just going to go with it. I am just going to go with it. Sorry, I'll stop talking, didn't I? So I've had them printed a while and I've spent ages cutting them out. And they are just so useful to use in different projects. There's all sorts in it. There we go. And then that can go on there. And I think I cut these out of different, slightly stronger paper. Have him going off at an angle, I think. There we go, squidge that on. Right, let me get rid of these labels. Gosh, we're up to 19 minutes already. Where does the time go? Right, so what I want to do is just put some papers in, and then if I've got time, I'll go and stitch round one and actually finish it off and show you what it looks like. But I'm really pleased with these. I think for a little notebook that you can slip in a pocket at the front of the journal would be, you know, it'd be great. I've got some bits of paper that I've had cut. They are going to be too big, which is fine. I can cut them down, can't I? Let me use a smaller ruler. Don't cut that one down, Carol, because that's the way it goes. So it goes in there like that. Yep, that's okay. So we could have that. I think I'll have that as the front page. I quite like it against that. Don't want to put too many in because I don't want to bulk it out too much. Yep, that's still okay. That's 3, isn't it? 3, 4. What have we got? 5. And maybe a smaller one. No, I don't want a small one in the middle. Let me just cut a little bit off there. I don't mind having smaller ones further back in it, but I wanted a bigger one in the middle so that I can do kind of three stitches. I don't think I had that one, did I? You might actually need a longer one in there, mightn't it? What have I got? Put that brown wrapping paper in there. Packing paper, I think that was. Yep, so that one, I'm happy with that. Just some different papers. Make sure that goes in the middle so that I catch it down. Yep, that's fine. So that can go in that one. So that's 3 that I've done total. And I did have another one, didn't I? Where did I put it? Oh, it's here. I put it up there to dry. Sorry, little bird. And then this one is going to go the opposite way because it's going to open that way. So we'll have a bit of, I'll do it this way for now. We'll have a bit of that. We'll have a bit of that. 2. That one's too long. This paper's quite delicate, so I'm expecting it to tear as I cut it. It didn't, thank you. I might put that on the outside actually. You're going to see it like this, aren't you? Okay, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. That's a bit too big. I think it's quite nice to have some different papers, you know, and then if it comes with a journal, you can use it to decorate what you're making. But I've just cut that off the wrong edge. I have. What a Billy Banana. Off that edge, off the top. It can go in the middle. And then that will go in that way. Perfect. Right, I'm going to go and stitch round these, and then I will be back and we'll finish these off. Okay, back again. So what I've done is, I don't know if you can see, but I've just stitched all the way around it. You don't have to. If you're not going to, just make sure that you stick it down well if you're doing 2 papers back to back. So I'm going to put the papers inside here and finish this one off. So they're just the snips of paper that I've decided are going in here. That's the way it goes, isn't it? Yep. Just push that one down a bit. I'm not going to measure with this one. I'm just going to kind of think that's just about the middle. I could sew this on my sewing machine. It would work perfectly well if I did. Or you could, as I say, you can staple it in if you would rather. See if it works, shall we? And then up the middle. Pair of scissors. I'm not going to pull it really tight because it's only, oh, come on Carol, one string one side, one string the other. And this that I'm using, it's crochet cotton, so I'm not using any waxed threads in the middle of this. It's just a little notebook that can be used. There we go. And then I will put a hole with my crocodile, if I can get it to work on camera. These do make me nervous sometimes, you know, getting it right. So I want to put that about in the middle ish. I'm putting it there. I've got some, oh gosh, grommety bits here. Get this crocodile the right way. It's gone in all right. And then I want some string or tape or something to go on there. I've got some thin baker's twine. This is from this baker's twine is from Laura at the Papered Soul, my good buddy. She sent me some bits through a little while ago. I'm going to tie that in a knot and a bow. Put an end, because it does unravel, this baker's twine, so I've just tied a little knot in it. Ta-da! So I like that. I'm happy with that. I like that very much. It opens up. We've got some note paper in. You know, you can flip it over that way and start from that way if you want to. And then that will just flip into a pocket in the front of my one of my future journals. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the others off, but they're going to look kind of similar to this with the papers in and everything. So I hope that you might have found this useful. I will link which week of Rachel, oh gosh, look, I can't tie a bow now, which week of Rachel's challenges this one is from. But I've done that one, so that one's finished. I've got this one that I've stitched round that we decorated. That's the two. And then I've got the two that I did before that I've not stitched round yet, but I will do that. So I've got two that open that way and two that open that way. So I hope that you like what I've made, and I look forward to coming back and you joining me another day. So thanks a lot, folks. Take care. Bye bye.